Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel, and today I will be ranking nearly every major Yoda appearance throughout the Star Wars franchise, and yes, even Robot Chicken Yoda. Now, this tier list will be based on a number of things, like design, characterization, all that kind of stuff. So, it will go from God tier being perfection, through F tier being for Fat Ass Frog, which is basically the trash Yodas. Anyways, let's get right into it. Starting off, we have Empire Strikes Back Yoda. This Yoda was the first, and he was a puppet. He was basically hiding out on Dagobah, living as a hermit, which sounds pathetic, but he does train Luke Skywalker and beats his old work buddy, R2-D2, with a stick. OG Yoda gets an S tier for being, well, the first Yoda, and him being obviously very wise. This is Yoda. This is what made Yoda Yoda. Next, we have 2003 Clone Wars Yoda, and holy shit, he was the Star Wars Napoleon, plus he has a really sick design. As for the rest of the 2003 Clone Wars designs, absolute A tier. Next, we have 2008 Clone Wars Yoda. This Yoda is more of the same as 2003, besides being made of polygons, more screen time, solos an entire droid army, and even shows clone troopers that they're all unique and special, and even speaks to Darth Bane. Yoda is great in this show. Easy S tier. Now things take a turn with The Last Jedi Yoda. Now, The Last Jedi sucks, I'll admit it, but Yoda was done very well. Yoda has a scene with Luke telling him that the Jedi made mistakes in the past, and that you must grow beyond that. Failure is the greatest teacher. This Yoda, while not being traditionally significant, was some of Yoda's best characterization, and with that, he earns an S tier, even though his design looks kind of weird. Next, Return of the Jedi Yoda. He fucking dies. D tier. Next, Phantom Menace Yoda. His original puppet design is absolutely terrifying, and he did nothing but be a dick about Anakin joining the Order, even with Qui-Gon's death wish. What a dick. F tier. Now on to Attack of the Clones Yoda. This Yoda was the first time CGI was ever used on Yoda, as well as the first time we saw Yoda with a lightsaber, which was absolutely groundbreaking at the time. Aside from the fact that Yoda in this movie is very blind and an absolute idiot for allowing Palpatine to start the Clone Wars. Oh, and Yoda was at Kamino while all of his Jedi brethren were fighting and losing their lives to a bunch of robots and bugs. C tier, because of historical reasons, but very close to D tier. Revenge of the Sith Yoda. Yoda chills with Wookiees, actually tried to help Anakin with his fear of loss from his dreams, tries to save the Jedi Order, and has a huge epic fight with the Senate in the Senate, and he gave the Senate trouble despite losing the battle. Plus, he killed a clone who has an absolutely horrendous haircut. I mean, oh my god. Somebody fire Commander Grease Barber, seriously. Yoda was done very well in this movie, keeping him wise and grounded, realizing he lost, so I will give him S tier. Force Ghost Yoda from Return of the Jedi. All he does is stand there with Anakin and Obi-Wan, but he's more useful than just dying in the same movie. Plus, he's there to help mark the end of the complete saga. B tier. Speaking of complete saga, we have Lego Yoda. Easy God tier. He infinitely responds, has the greatest death sound of all time, walks nearly as slow as the one and only Gong Droid, which is incredible. Plus, his Force Ghost variant is super OP. Absolute god. Next is another Lego Yoda, this one based off the Clone Wars. This Yoda had his own Chronicles, went on an adventure with Ian from Alvin and the Chipmunk, young Han Solo, and he loves New York. A tier. Rebels Yoda. This Yoda is just, what the hell is that? But at least it's not Anakin's Rebels design. This Yoda speaks through the Force to Ezra, Kanan, and Ahsoka, and is a decent version of Yoda that admits the Jedi's mistakes. But he doesn't really do much. C tier. Next we have Yaddle, who I know isn't Yoda technically, but she is pretty cool, and she does try to stop Dooku from turning to the Senate and the dark side, who, by the way, was Yoda's former apprentice. Pretty solid character, and she even had a pretty good relationship with Anakin. B tier. Grogu, also not Yoda, but Grogu is no Yaddle. Grogu as a character makes zero sense, and Disney ruined his character arc by giving him back to Mando instead of staying with Luke Skywalker. Plus, how does Grogu even exist? Yoda got a little spicy with Yaddle? Yeah, I don't know about that. But no, it was to sell merchandise that collects dust in the stores. So, there you go. F tier. Robot Chicken Yoda. This Yoda is insane. He throws up all over the place, embraces the fact that the way he speaks makes absolutely no sense, and he sings and dances like he's in Shrek the Musical. God tier. Disney Infinity Yoda. You get to fight fucking Donald Duck, and you get a physical figure of Yoda. B tier. Forces of Destiny. Remember that? Well, Yoda is in it, and it's Forces of Destiny, so D tier. Original Battlefront 2 Yoda is a war criminal and pay to win. He can't get damaged underwater. This Yoda is really fun. A tier. The Force Unleashed 2 Yoda is next. This Yoda doesn't do much, but he does guide Starkiller, and it's a decent characterization of Yoda. It's still Yoda, so C tier. Super Bombad Racing. A gem of a title that nobody remembers, but it does let you play as Yoda, and you get to dominate like it's Mario Kart. He floats with his council chair as if it was his cart. Absolute A tier. Finally, we have Minecraft Yoda. This Yoda is the worst of them all. The amount of terrorism, bullying, and war that this Yoda has caused rivals the worst history has ever seen. He also has a slimy booty addiction and serves whatever the fuck that thing is, with also no redeemable qualities. He is a monster. Easy F tier. The real badass frog. And that is the Yoda tier list. Now, I gotta say this. This video was super fun to make. And it was like half satire, half being serious, but I don't know, this was a funny video. Like I said, really fun to make. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys on the next one. See ya.